Hi guys, so here's a quick report of what happened at our defamation hearing today. Very briefly, I'll just touch on the major points. Our hearing was at City Civil Court, courtroom number 1, Court of Justice Jaiswal, and it was in the afternoon. Now we had received the notice of this hearing for ad interim relief on Saturday. What was likely to have happened would be that we don't get our act together, and so we don't land up in court, or we land up in court completely unprepared. And because we don't have anything to say, the builder's side, Runwal's side, would basically seek ad interim relief. Ad interim relief is for a kind of an order before the other side is heard, or without the other side being heard, without the other side being able to state their case. So the ad interim relief that they had sought is that I should not be allowed to make any further videos about Runwal. And they also wanted a permanent injunction on me making any further videos, and of course they wanted 7 videos about Runwal My City in particular to be deleted. So this is basically what they were aiming for, and when we got to the court, we were prepared, and this is largely due to my friend, Advocate Sushant Walimbe. Sushant helped me a lot in preparing for the case. So we had actually got our written arguments together. I had worked through the night last night, slept only a couple of hours in the morning from 4:30 to 6:30, and then again gotten up and worked some more. Of course, as you know, last night I also made a couple of videos about Runwal, and the point of one video, which is about Asif Khan and the way that Runwal has forfeited 73 lakh rupees in a completely unlawful manner. This was the point of that video, and the reason I made that video, I went to the extra pain of making that particular video, is that I wanted to show something to the court that Runwal is keen on hiding. Runwal did not, I believe, want that particular case to be meant to come up before the court. And the reason is it is extremely difficult to explain how you can forfeit 73 lakh rupees, how you can take away 73 lakh rupees from someone on the strength of a mere application form, not an agreement, not a contract, a mere application form on which Runwal does not even put his name. If you look at the application form terms and conditions pages, you find that they don't even put their name. The name of the company is not mentioned. That is Horizon Properties Private Limited is not mentioned. The name of Runwal My City is not mentioned. It is just referred to as project. The name of the, nothing is mentioned. The details about the flat, the flat number, the area of the flat, nothing is mentioned in those terms and conditions. And it is not a contract. The company's representative does not sign. The person who signs at best is a lowly sales manager, and he doesn't even put his name to it. So the company cannot be held accountable for that application form, and they make it very clear that the company is not bound in any way by that application form. So it's a completely unlawful way of forfeiting. And so last night I made these 2 videos. One was Asif Khan's conversation, and Asif said he doesn't mind even being sued for defamation. He wanted to stand in solidarity and in support with us, and that was amazing. Also amazing is Hemant Dubey. Hemant Dubey has lost, or his 4.4 lakhs have been forfeited by Lodha. That is a lot of money by all accounts, and he is also angry. And he also said, I'm willing to be sued for defamation, but I want to make that video with you guys. I want to stand in solidarity with you guys, those of you who are being sued for defamation. Okay, so those of us who are being sued for defamation, just to recap, I am defendant number 1. Then 2, 3, and 4. There is Alvin Dantes. Alvin Dantes is a coaching class teacher. There is the goldsmith Devdas Acharya, and there is Rajendra Singh. Rajendra Singh got his money back. Runwal guys made me pull down my videos. Okay, by calling, Rajendra basically called me from his office saying they'll give me my check back provided you pull down the videos, you delete them. At first I tried putting them in private mode. They said, no, you have to delete them. So I deleted those videos. And they gave him his money, that is 2.8 lakh rupees. And then after 2-3 weeks, I uploaded the video. Again, 3 videos were uploaded, and they are very angry, and that is why they have also made him a party. Now, on 8th September, I had also made a video about Asif Khan and the 73 lakh rupees. At that time, we had said 75 lakh rupees. There were a couple of small errors in that video. But in any case, we had talked about Asif Khan's video. Now, very conspicuously, Runwal did not mention that video. And I pointed it out to the judge and I said, this is a video they don't want you to see. This is a video they don't want you to know about. And they're being very selective with the truth. They're being very economical with the truth. So they're not telling you the whole truth. And then I proceeded to explain to the judge what is the method by which they lure people to the sales office and induce them to swipe the token with false promises, with ideas like, oh, you are going to get this loan. The guy from the loan company or the bank will come along. Actually, it is not a guy from the bank. It is a direct sales agent who says, I am from ICICI Bank or HDFC or whatever. And then you are convinced, you are kind of brainwashed into thinking that it's not only a fantastic idea to book that flat on that particular day and swipe the token, and it is also that you are eligible for a certain amount of loan without really looking at it and without getting your papers checked by the bank, and later on you find that no, you are not eligible. And then when you go back to the builder, they say, sorry, we will forfeit your token. So I explained this to the judge a lot. From their side, what they were basically saying is, this guy is a blackmailer, he's an extortionist. People should be basically going to court. Those who feel cheated, the customers whose tokens are forfeited, why are they coming to him, that is Krishnaraj, and why is he putting all this on the channel? Why should they not go to police or to court? So they were trying to basically delegitimize my role as a YouTuber, as an activist, as a journalist. So and basically their whole thing was that this guy makes lots and lots of money by the YouTube channel. He is doing all this for profit. And it was basically like a wolf or a very large predator saying that, the sheep don't get eaten, the sheep fight too much. We should let the sheep, the sheep should basically let us eat them. It felt a little funny to see the Runwal council sort of trying to make Runwal look like the victim, and me as the guy who's victimizing them, and that I would cause huge losses to them. And three persons whose videos I had made, they only specified those three persons. That is Alvin Dantes, the coaching class guy. Then there is Devraj Acharya, and of course Rajendra Singh. These three persons. They said, why only these three people? Why not more people are there with him? These three. So basically the whole point was these three are trying to defame us, poor little Runwal, Horizon Properties Private Limited. This was the whole thing. And I explained to the judge. I can't say the hearing went exactly as planned. It didn't. I don't want to enter into too many technical details, but it didn't go exactly as planned. The judge pulled a few surprises. And, I was explaining to the judge basically the big picture, and he took on record a few things that we had submitted. I'm going to read and explain those things that we submitted here tomorrow in a separate video, just to keep you guys on the same page. There are a few interesting things about Runwal and about the case that I would like to explain to you. But that's the technical stuff. Now the judge, for some reason, didn't want to hear about the technical stuff from me. He said, just give me whatever is written down, and I gave it to him. I gave him a marked copy of Justice Gautam Patel's order favoring me in the Lodha case. Those guys try to twist the whole thing around and show as if the High Court had basically not, appreciated my work with Lodha, and they tried to twist the whole thing around. They tried to twist it as much as possible, as if they tried to portray it almost as if I had been reprimanded by Justice Gautam Patel, whereas the exact opposite is true. Lodha got a slap. So, that is what senior counsels get paid for. They get paid for showing black as white. So, I'm not surprised. I don't know if these guys were cutting ice with the judge, but I got to explain to the judge their modus operandi, their method of operating, where they forfeit tokens, etc. And basically they fool the customers so that sales is sweet talking you. You are very, very, you are the darling of the company as long as sales is talking to you. And sales misleads you into thinking that your token might be refundable. And then when it comes down to CRM, customer relationship managers, they are a very different ball game. They start pressurizing you for paying money. And I was just explaining that entire process to the judge. There'll be more explanation to be done. Now, what happened is that the judge adjourned the court, this particular hearing, after about 30 minutes of my talking. So I think the other side also had talked for about 30-40 minutes, maybe more. I talked for about 30 minutes, I reckon. I was on my feet, as they say, before the judge for about 30 minutes, explaining to him as best as I could, including the diciness of the application form and things like that. And talking about Hemant Dube's case and Asif Khan's case and Alvin Dante's case, basically everybody's case I was talking. Although I am basically representing myself, I am not representing them. They will be representing themselves. I don't think there's any need for them to be spending on a lawyer. So they will basically just say what what's driving them, what's bothering them. And I think that's just perfectly fine. They don't have to be very technical. So for day after tomorrow, I have to do some preparation. I am going to have to present something a bit more technical. And so tomorrow I am going to be quite busy doing that, preparing my case to show how Runwal is painting a false and a partial picture. And by showing that partial picture, it is trying to get a relief to which it is not entitled. That is to pull down my videos and to pass an order against me that I will not upload any further videos about Horizon Properties, that is Runwal My City. So tomorrow there's a lot of work that I'm going to have to do. And day after tomorrow afternoon, there's going to be another hearing. Hopefully it is going to be conclusive. I hope it is. I hope we will succeed. We will have to see, and we'll have to keep fighting. No matter what, we are going to keep fighting. There was a great sense of solidarity, and I want to thank, of course, Sushant Walimbe, but also the three accused who are with me: Alvin, Devraj, no, sorry, what's his name? I forget his name, not Devraj, Acharya, anyway, and Rajendra Singh, and also those who had joined in and gave us great moral support and sort of stood with us solidly, that is Hemant Dubey and Asif Khan. So I thank all of you, and I'm sure we'll succeed. We'll keep fighting, we'll succeed. There are a few other interesting details, things that have happened in the background. I will probably make a separate video about that tomorrow. And I'll make another video about these defamation proceedings, relating to these defamation proceedings. I'm going to keep you in the loop, guys. This may not be very interesting to everybody. Some people may find it interesting. A lot of people may find it boring. But I'm still going to explain it because you guys are supporting us. And that's what it is. I'm going to keep you in the loop. Thank you and good night. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.